Bible is sufficient for my future fears. And I don't know if anybody here you're going through this right now. There's fear. And how many of you know that fear does that? Fear actually hinders us. Fear paralyzes us. It's like you're stuck. You do all you can to move forward. It's like, I don't know, you have all that the movie, I forget what movie. You can't move. You're stuck on the floor. You can't even move. But the Bible has a lot of things to say about your future. Remember in the story of when the disciples were told by Jesus to go on the boat. Go on ahead and go to the other side, while he went up to the mountainside and prayed. And then while they were on their way to the other side, a big storm hit them. And so they were right in the middle of a squall. And then Jesus, they thought it was a ghost, but Jesus walks towards the boat, and they were all afraid. And then when they realized it was Jesus, remember what Simon Peter said? Lord, if it's you, let me come to you. Okay? And sometimes, we castigate Peter, right? How many of you can identify with Peter sometimes? It's like his foot is always in his mouth and just does all these different spontaneous, impulsive things. Ends up being in a mess as a result. And he said this, Peter answered, Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you on the water. And so again, we laugh at Peter because he sunk in water, because he almost drowned, because he took his eyes off Jesus. His eyes were in the water. And that's a whole nother sermon and preaching about not, just making sure we keep our eyes on Jesus. But while we, I guess, castigate and make fun of him, how many of you know there's only one person ever walked on water with Jesus? And it's written all over history and in the Bible right now, okay? And so we think about that, and it was, I'm sure he was in fear, stepping out of that boat. And yet Jesus said, come. At the word, he came. He went out of the boat. You see, some of you here today, God's asking you to step out of the boat. He's asking you to step out of the boat. And there's a lot of fear out there. It's the what ifs of life, right? What if it doesn't come? What if it doesn't pan out as planned? What if she doesn't say yes? Or what if, Lord, I never get married? Or what if I never get pregnant, or we never have a baby? All these fears, and sometimes that's what the devil does. He puts fear and grips your heart, and you're stuck. You never get to see all that God has planned because you're out there stuck. And you're in a boat with your knees knocking onto each other. When God said, step out of the boat because my word will sustain you. I am the God of the heavens and the earth. So what are the things that you fear about the future that paralyze you today? What are those? You applied for the university that you wanted to get into. You're not sure if you're going to get into it. What will people say? Your future career, your future, all these things about the future, okay, the outcome of this project, your business investment, all these things. What is it that paralyzes you today?